Most beginners write repeated code again and again. That's inefficient and messy. If you want clean, reusable, and professional code, you must understand functions. So, in this video, we'll understand what is a function, how to define a function, how to call them, the difference between parameters and arguments, and how return actually works in functions. So let us start with understanding what is a function. So a function is a piece of code that is reused to perform a specific task. So you're giving a job or a task to that function, and whenever there is a need of that task to be done, you're simply calling that function. So let us understand this with an example. So when you're hiring someone, maybe an employee in an office or a driver at your house or a house help again at your house, what you do is on the hiring day itself, you tell them what their job is. You don't tell the job again and again every day, right? And whenever you want that job to be done, you simply call them, right? And when you call them, they know that they are supposed to do a certain job. You call the driver, he knows that he is supposed to take you to so and so place. You call your house help and she knows what she's supposed to do. You call the employee and he knows what is the job, right? So the same goes with functions as well. You're first defining the function where you're telling it what the specific job is or what is the task of that function. And when you want that task to be done, again, you'll simply call the function using its name. So for everything we have syntax in Python, right? So there is a syntax for defining the function and also for calling the function. So let us understand how to define a function and what is the syntax of it. So there is a keyword def for defining a function. So every time you type this keyword, Python understands that you are defining a function. And you can give any name to this function of your choice. So I'm giving a simple name as greet. Okay, so you'll use the parenthesis. This is very important. This is the part of syntax. You will end your function name with a colon. And when you press enter, automatically indentation starts. And here you will give whatever is the task of this function. So because the name is greet, this particular function is to greet someone. So we are simply typing hello, welcome, or hello, good morning, or whatever you like to greet with. Okay. Now, whenever you want this greeting to be happening, you'll simply call this function. And also, when I run this code, you will not see any output at this point because this code is just for defining the function. And this will do the task only when you call the function. So, for calling the function, you're simply typing the name of the function, that is greet, and also the parenthesis. This means I am calling the function. So when I run this, it is going to perform the task which was assigned to the function, which is just to print this line. And if I call it again, it is going to print this line two times because I have called this function twice and it is doing its job two times. Okay. So now we just understood how to define a function and how to call it, right? So moving to the next topic, which is parameters and arguments, which are very important in functions. So let me put this code into comment lines again. So now I'm defining another function. So this example or this function we are doing is for adding two numbers. So I am giving the name of the function as add and the parenthesis, which is the part of the syntax, and the colon. But addition can always be done on some numbers, right? Whether two numbers or three numbers or whatever number of addition you want to perform. So those numbers are supposed to be stored inside some variables, and you should put those variables here in the parenthesis itself. So I am naming my variables as a and b, which is storing both the numbers which are supposed to be added. Now, what is the task of this function? It is simply to add a and b, right? So we are telling this function to return us a value that is nothing but a plus b. But we don't know what is this a and b, right? So when you're calling the function, so the name of the function is add, I should give the values of a and b. So because I want to add 5 and 6, I will give 5 as the value of a and 6 as the value of b. So you see, when I defined the functions, I have just given the variables, and when I called the function, I have given their values. But again, we told it to return a value, right? So when you use the keyword return, so when you call the function, you have to put it in the print statement. So let me show you what happens when you don't put it in the print function. So right now we don't have any print statement, we just have return. It's like we're telling the function to return this value, and you see there is no output because we never used print statement, right, or print function. So here when you're calling the function, you have to put it in the print function so that it understands that whatever is the value of this function, it is supposed to be displayed on the output screen. Okay, now you got the output. So it is very important that when you use the return keyword, you always have to use the print function when you're calling the function. Now we were discussing about what is a parameter and argument, right? So you see these variables a and b. So these variables are called as parameters. And when I called the function, I've given the values of those parameters, that is 5 and 6, right? So those are called as arguments. So parameters are nothing but the variables you're using for defining your functions, and arguments are nothing but the value of that variable when you call it. Okay, so parameter is always used when you're defining the function, and argument is always used when you are calling the function. Yeah, so I think we have covered all of the topics. So we understood what is the function. I've shown you how to define a function using that syntax, how to call the function, what is a parameter and what is the argument, also how to use a return and what is the job of a return. Now, one difference I want to show you here is instead of putting return here, you can also say print. So you can simply put a plus b inside the print function, and because you already had the print function, there is no need to use the print function again when you're calling it. So let us see if this works. So I am running the code, and there you go, you still got the output. So it's up to you whether you want to use a return statement or you want to use the print function inside your specific function. A real life example to understand how we can use functions in our daily life and how it can make your task easy. So this particular code we are writing is for calculating someone's salary. Okay, so we'll use the keyword def and write the name of the function. So because it is for calculating salary, we are writing calculate salary, and you will use the variables or parameters you want to use in this particular function. So because we want to display someone's salary, so I also use the variable name. And how you calculate your salary is with the number of hours someone has worked and at what rate they are working, right? So these are the variables we'll need. Now the task of this particular function is to say that, names salary is, and the calculation hours time rate will give you the final value of whatever is the salary he is getting, right? So this particular function will say that Alex salary is so and so based on whatever values we provide. So this was just defining of the function. Now we should call it for, this function to work. So I'm saying calculate salary, which is the name of our function, and let's give us the values of all the variables, that is we are providing the arguments here. So the name is Alex, and the hours he is working is 8 hours, and the rate he is working with is 500. So let us see what will be the output of it. So we have not used the return keyword here, we have used the print function inside our function, so it is displaying us the value without calling the function in the print only. So the final value we have got is Alex salary is 4,000, and we can again call this function to calculate someone else salary. You can give someone else name, that is there is someone called Aisha who is working 6 hours and she is working at the rate of 400. So you can calculate the salary of Aisha with the same function itself. So you see how functions are saving our time, saving our energy, as well as we don't have to type the same code again and again for performing the same task. So using this simple function, we can calculate the salary of as many people as you want, right? So it is saving a lot of time and lot of our energy. We just have to change the values of the variable and it will simply do us the job. So that's how functions are, reused, and that's the advantage of using functions. So let us do another real life example. So this function is for finding whether a number is even or odd. So we are using the keyword def. So because we are checking if the number is even or odd, I have named the function as is even. And of course, we need a number to check whether it is even or odd, right? So I have used the variable or parameter as number. Now we need to use if condition to check if that particular number is an even number. So what is the condition of a number to be even is that when it is divided with 2, it should give us the remainder as 0, right? And if this condition is true, it should return us the value as even, or else it should return us the value as odd. That's it. So we haven't used the print here inside our function. So when you're calling the function, you have to use the print, right? So I'm using the print. I am calling the function with its name is even, and let us provide the number. So we want to check if 10 is even. So I have given the argument as 10, and let us see what will be the output. So because 10 is an even number, we got the output as even here. And you can change the argument and check for any number you want. Now let us discuss some common beginners mistake. The first very common mistake is, you should always end your function with parentheses, that is the brackets like this, and the difference between return and print. So most of the people get confused here. So when you're using the return keyword, you have to call your function inside the print. But when you have already used the print inside your function, there is no need to call your function inside the print. So the third mistake most beginners make is to provide wrong number of arguments. That means here I have provided three parameters, right? That is name, hours, and rate. But when I'm calling the function, I'm not providing the first variable name. I'm just putting 6 and 400. So I've given three parameters, but I'm only providing two arguments here. So this is like wrong number of arguments, right? So let us run and see what happens here. So it will tell. So if understood functions, your coding level just moved from beginner to serious learners. Functions make your code reusable, clean, organized, and scalable. In the next video, we'll go deeper into advanced function concepts.